there was a store I could roam around all day, this would be it. This is my favorite antique store. I found out it is the second biggest antique store in the Seattle area. It has, I believe, 100 booths, and it is just so amazing to look at antiques and vintage finds. And whenever I am stressed out or just, you know, the grind of the week, I just like coming here sometimes and just roaming around, touching old wood, old vintage, everything, you know, like most of it's home decor and doing all that. And so anyway, I thought it'd be fun just to, you know, give you a day here at the store as well and go with me to go shopping. So stay tuned. I'm going to start by showing you the most beautiful pieces. These are Redcliffe Ironstone tureens. This one is the small one for $72. I ended up getting one very similar for $40 on eBay, but this one actually has a little plate underneath, which I found out you can find on eBay. But I mean, look how beautiful this is. I'm going to show you the marking on the back. It has the letters RC and says Redcliffe Ironstone. I've learned that when you find ironstone, it is usually stated on the bottom, which is nice because sometimes it's really hard to tell. I did look these up on Google Lens, and the prices were pretty comparable to what they were on eBay. But can we just take a moment and look how beautiful this is? It is creamy white, and the details are just so pretty to look at. This one is $185 and comes with 4 pieces like this lid and this ladle. It has the bowl, and underneath is this really pretty plate. I mean, look at the details. You can see the grapevine pattern. I mean, isn't that pretty? This has been in the store for a while, and I've eyed it for quite a while, and I'll tell you, I have been tempted to buy it. It is probably the best price I've seen around. You just may see this in my home when I do another tour because I think I'm going to go get it. I have been wanting one for so long. I mean, isn't this pretty? This next piece I'm going to show you reminds me of something I would see in an old Victorian house in the olden days, where the family is served breakfast with their fine china and served butter in a silver butter dish like this. This one has 4 pieces. It comes with this glass plate that I'm going to show you. That would be easily cleaned. And then underneath, there's one here that has a hole. I don't know, this whole thing just looks so glamorous. I'm going to show you what it looks like on the side. I mean, look at the legs here. The only word to describe it is scrumptious. It's things like this that makes me want to decorate a little different. While I live an ordinary life, I think surrounding myself with beautiful things that are from the bygone days just makes me feel like I'm a part of something that was amazing back in the day. The Victorians knew how to dress, had beautiful houses, and owning something from that era is so exciting to me. Like looking at their old flatware that I'm holding in my hands right now. These are hotel dinner knives and comes in a set of 2. That would be about $48 for 12 knives. And I really like this one. Let's see, what does the tag say? It is a bread knife for $49. And I love that it's imprinted on the side here with the words bread knife. I really like that find. And on the other side, I found another one. But on the tag, it says that this one is a cake knife for $14.50. Which I think is a pretty good price. What do you guys think? But this next find is just breathtaking. On the Lens app, it says it is a Mayotte Chelsea bird, gilded gold, royal crown, Staffordshire, made in England. This is a set of 6 appetizer plates. These ones are square. And on the right here is a set of teacups and saucers for $76.50. The red color is beautiful. I love that find. But here is another outstanding piece. It is $196. It is a hand-painted tureen. I mean, look at that. The combination of the blue and the pinks. Here is a set of silver-plated candle holders. They are $62.50 for both. They are called Beaumont and are made in England. Now this one was really interesting. On the tag, it says, Vintage Sauce Boat, Staffordshire, Reed and Barton, from 1941. You may think this is funny, but it looks like the shape of a clawfoot tub, doesn't it? These are old 1960s State of Washington license plates. That's where I'm located. So these were quite interesting. This one is from 1976, and this last one is from 1984. And now I'm going to show you these 3 plates. I found another gravy boat. This is a blue willow pattern. I think these antique prices are pretty good. This one is $26 and it doesn't have any marking. What I really love is that design on the inside, on the edges. I think it just adds to its vintage beauty. And the simplicity of this white serving dish with a lid makes this versatile for any home. With this being the fall season, I am noticing the colors brown. And this gravy boat has a brown floral pattern. It is $20. I'm going to show you what it looks like on the other side here. That was a great find. I'm filming this on the same day that I went to 3 Goodwills, and one of them I found the exact print. I will link that video up above, and each of these vintage wall art pieces are $25 each. The next ones I'm going to show you are quite the find. They are a pair of cherry Jeffahalda art of 2 Victorian ladies made in the 1950s, and both are $24. In this video, I'm going to show you the most beautiful teacups like this one. It has pretty pink roses, and on the bottom it says Elizabethan, made in England. And let's see what the tag says. It is $25 for both. And this teacup and saucer on the corner has a fruit design on the sides, and there is a tag inside that says $11.50, and on the bottom it says Heirloom Fine China, made in England. It looks like plums and cherries, doesn't it? But I'm not sure. I found 2 fishing baskets. This one has a leather strap, but this one is my favorite with a leather bag on the front. It is $78. I really like that worn look. Now this one looks like a letter holder. I could see this on a desk. The tag on the back says $17, but what I really love is the design in the wood. It is so unique. On the floor in front is a mirror, and I'm really loving the top here. When I touch it, it is made out of iron. And if you look close, even the frame has a design. I'm going to pull it out so I can show you what it looks like fully. It has like a brown copper color. This would be a great layering piece. The price says $45. Look at this. It is a vintage fall leaves wallpaper, and there's quite a bit there. That would be so pretty to decorate a bathroom. But can I say I am enamored by this mirror. It has a gilded gold look to it. In real life, it is so ornate. And these next frames have that really pretty muted color scheme. I love them both. Definitely something you could add to any room, really. But this one was so amazing. That is $38 for a frame and a beautiful piece of art. I think this was the best deal of the day. I am no expert about anything I'm showing you today. I have to look everything up. The artist's signature looks like J. Penna, And the price they're asking for this one is $58. That one sure is pretty. But these ones I'm going to show you are classics. Like these 2 frames that have needlepoint flowers inside. And the price tag on the side here says that they are $32, and I believe that's the price for each of them. I love that pink color. But this one is up my alley. It is so ornate. It looks like an Italian silver-leafed mirror, and they're asking $135. But I was really curious when I was looking at old books. I was just wondering what they were asking for these ones. And this one says Mirrors of Seattle for $35. I think that's quite interesting. And then there's this one here, the Slim Gourmet Cookbook. And here are a couple of copper teapots. I love the ones that have that vintage look. And this one has that worn, old look. I hear they're pretty easy to clean. I sure would love your input down below. But this one caught my eye because guess what? It has that wooden handle, and I think that's what makes it really neat. It has that soft copper look. And yes, that was $28 for that one. I've been collecting little busts lately. I have one of Mozart, and this one is a bronze sculpture of Robert Burns. He was a Scottish poet from the late 1700s. And yes, I had to look that up. I never heard anything about him before. But check out this book. When you look close, you can see what it says. It is a Webster Dictionary, unabridged, and I believe that says 2nd edition. That is huge, and it is $36. Talk about gorgeous teacups. I have a couple here to show you. This one is the beautiful Royal Albert Treasure Chest series. Can you believe how beautiful that is with the gold edges? And this is another one with the white flower, and it has a delicate pattern on the saucer. It is a Royal Albert from the Summer Bounty series called Pearl. Both of these are absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at them together. I have always been a fan of little kid art, like this one of a little girl. It looks like she's looking at a bird while sitting on a bench. The tag says it is a gold gesso frame, and it is $68. I came across this little corner with lots of little things to look at, and I'm going to show you a few of them up close. This is an Eastlake frame, and inside it is a Rembrandt print called Portrait of a Boy for $98. One of the things I like to collect are old vintage linens, like this one. It looks to be embroidered with gray thread. It is a set of 4 for $22. Here is another bust, but this one is of a little girl reading a book, and on the bottom it looks like a pedestal. I don't know, this one is so sweet. And here are a couple teacups. I am showing you the best I come across because you are probably like me. You love a good old, beautiful teacup. And there are so many ones to look at with different designs, and that was a sweet pattern, wasn't it? And talk about sweet, look at this. It's a mom with her little girl, but the interesting part is it is a box, and inside is yellow silk fabric, so it must be really old. And on the tag, it says Antique Celluloid Box. I want to show you the pattern on the back, and then here on the sides. Isn't that pretty? It has a definite vintage look. Every time I come to the store, I am drawn to this corner. This booth is always set up so pretty, like this aqua dish. I mean, look at that color. I think this definitely has that happy vibe going on. It says Fostoria Aqua Randolph, and there are other things beside it that have the aqua color as well. Even the scale is a similar color, but it is this box here in the corner that caught my eye. It looks like something to hold food in, but look at this pattern. Now I actually see a frame later on in the video that has that similar pattern, and I will show you that in a little bit. But isn't that pretty? It's so vibrant. On the back it says Victorian Lane biscuits, and it was discounted to $25. A lot of the things in this booth are French, and I'm going to show you a lot more. But first, here is a swan painting and this cute swan planner, and on the tag it says it's $29. I don't know, that's so elegant. And talk about an old cow creamer. This one definitely has that vintage look. The price was a little high for me. I would have bought it otherwise. That one is adorable. I love the design. Look at this tureen. I know without looking at the tag that this is Ironstone. It has that grayish, creamy white color, and a lot of the dishes on this cabinet shelves are Ironstone as well. Are these things beautiful or what? Now talk about practical. This one is something you can decorate over and over again and use it throughout the seasons. And I really like that color of the wood. It is really pretty. I think there was a price here for these little egg bowls. I mean, aren't these adorable? I could see these served on Sunday morning when everyone is home. The next items I'm going to show you, I believe, are all from France, like this mirror. I'm going to show you what it costs. Let's see if I can get it. That was $60. These are gold framed needlepoint, and on the back it says it's from France. I love how each of these frames have a different fabric on the back. It's very colorful, as well as this one. You can see as I pull it forward in the mirror behind there what it looks like. This one is round, and it is $36. And yes, that's from France as well. I think those are so pretty. I do a lot of cheap prints from Etsy and print them off at FedEx print shop. But this one is silk print for $32. This one is the real deal. And for me, holding something that is worth a lot of money gives me inspiration when I'm out shopping for similar pieces from Goodwill or a thrift store. There are moments like this when you look at a true antique that sometimes it is worth buying from an antique store, because patterns like this are hard to find at a Goodwill or thrift store. There has been times that I have spent quite a bit to get that dreamy piece that I have been looking for, like some of my Flow Blue dishes. I will link my home tour above so you can see them. Another thing that is really hard to find at a thrift store are old vintage prints like this. Or like this one of the Victorian lady, but that $110 price tag is a little much, I think, sometimes. But then there's this sweet little one for $18. Definitely a little more doable. While I was looking, I noticed this frame. I like the picture of the nun, but it was the frame I was interested in. It is so pretty. These crystal candlesticks had these prisms, which adds to its elegance, and they're $35 for the pair. And I was really noticing the bottom here, taking my hand to show you. It's pretty wide down there at the bottom. But you guys, talk about gold gilded frame. This one is outstanding. Oh my goodness. Definitely a wow factor. I noticed this one in the back. It's got the bamboo pattern. But it is this one here that I really like a lot. Alright, I'm looking for the price tag, and I think I see it down there below. I'm gonna try and get it. Let's see. Yes, you read that right. It is $78. I think that's the second best deal of the day. Okay, so this is another favorite area I love to go to. I found out this is a silver-plated sugar shaker. I noticed this blue sticker on the bottom. I'm trying to see what it says. The only words I can make out is tarnish resistant. The tag says Muffineer Shaker for $32. I could see using that every day. But talk about an amazing find. This is a copper mold that is very old. You can see the wear on the inside, but it is absolutely heavy. The ones I have found have been so light. This one is $65. I am definitely inspired. I love that one. And here is a pedestal bowl. I am sure this is silver plated. It has an indented leaf pattern, which you can see here on the bottom as well. I'm looking for the price. Okay, so it says it is $24. That's not a bad price for something so pretty. I really like that one. I went to the store twice, and the first time I didn't realize these were two frames together, and then the first day I took the video, and this is the one I took of what it looked like up close, and I really like the muted colors, and that frame is gorgeous. I mean, look at that. I'm not sure, but I believe that is $65 for both. But here is another booth that I love going to. It also has French things like this print. I love that frame. I always love reading the tags. It is $38. I don't want to bore you looking at books, but I just have to say there was this one here on the right side. I really liked the cover. That is so pretty. When I opened it up, I actually learned what it is. It is an Italian dictionary of history. And yes, I love that chestnut brown and the blue. I am always thinking about decorating with colors, but this was something personal that I got for myself. I love taking baths every day, and that soap smells so good. But talk about furniture, this one is so pretty. I love this find. But what really stole my heart was this little needlepoint. I think it's a table or a footstool, but like always, I am enamored by old antique furniture. This store has the most incredible basement filled with old furniture. I will link that video up above where I went downstairs and shared what it looks like down there. That was a great day. But I have to tell you, I actually found a deal here at the store with this set. It is Elite Works Limoges from France. I really like the pattern of the plates, the teacups and saucers, but the pattern of these serving bowls weren't my favorite. But wait until you see the price. It is $79 for all of this, including this gravy bowl with a platter underneath, a couple serving bowls with lids, teacups and saucers, plates. That was a great deal. If you love knickknacks, you will love this area. I'm going to show you a few things. I found this coin holder, and on the back it says on the tag it's $19. That was a neat find. Underneath looks like a candy dish. The tag is kind of covering it up, but it has a fish stem. And it looks like green stone, but I'm not sure. I mean, look at that. It's very unique. Here is a really small silver metal box. I did try opening it up, but I think it was stuck. I'm not sure. But over here, I'm going to show you on one of the tables, there's another little set here. The pattern to me has a needlepoint look to it. It is a Royal Albert. And I'm going to show you what this huge ladder looks like underneath. It is so pretty and worth showing you. I mean, look at this. It has the little handles on the side to serve cookies, dessert. I'm in another area that has a lot of French things. This cabinet has been here for quite a while. I think it is very rustic. It has that country look. French country is another style I think is so pretty. Look at these things here. Like this French chair. I believe that was $300. That's probably why it's still there. Here is a French weave basket from the 1950s. I was curious to see if there's cloth inside, but there isn't. And I don't know what these rings are here, what they're for. It has this leather strap. It was reduced to $55. I came across this booth that has 50% off everything. I noticed this Pepsi crate. I was curious to see how much it is. So the tag says it is $60, so that would be $30 for that. And then up here in the corner was this milk glass dish with a lid, and it is $30 after the discount. That is so pretty. But this one, I mean, it's so nostalgic. It is a painting of a boy from the bygone days. It looks like from the 1920s. I really had to slow this video down. On sale, this would be $17.50. But believe it or not, there is a rocking chair over here. It's hard to see it with all the stuff on it, but it is worth showing you for a moment. I was debating on getting this a while back. It's Victorian, and I really like the style, and I can imagine this is probably so cozy to rock in, sit and read a book. But I will link a tour where I show you the black leather rocking chair that I found. Are you enjoying this antique store? It is so incredible. I could do another whole video with brand new things to show you. There is so many things here. And on the left there is a whole wall full of old vintage prints. But I am going to take you to another part of the antique store that is one of my favorite places to go. This booth seems to sell a lot of its things because it looks different every time I come here. And over here on the corner is this really cute red chair. And on the wall, I noticed this portrait of a young lady. Wikipedia says it is circa 1835. The frame is made out of pine. Look at everything here, the mirror, the lamps, that table. There's a gray frame propped up against that table, and this little white wicker chair. It does look kind of fragile, but I could see this in a cottage bedroom. Pink quilts and chintz fabric curtains. This would be perfect. I think this pink is so pretty. I'm showing you that frame with that little boy. And on the other side of this booth, I found this scale. It is circa 1907 and it's $58. And I'm trying to show you what it says here. It's a universal household scale. I just love the way it looks. This tray is so pretty. It is actually really dark in real life. I didn't see a price, but what I'm about to show you blew me away. These are a pair of Ormolu Louis XV brass candelabras. The one with 3 arms on Cherish.com are worth $2,500, and these ones are being sold for $125 each. So in the scope of things, that is a good deal. Now these have a royal look. They have the lions and they're made out of brass. This pair is made in Italy. I believe this set is for cutting and serving cake. But wouldn't that be neat at a wedding or a really fancy party? What a lovely find. I have seen ones with a duck head, and this one is 2 horses. It is $40 now for the pair. They slashed the price. Perfect for the equestrian home decor. My husband was intrigued by some finds that I told him about and had me come back and pick up these black iron skillets. These are the real deal. They are vintage Griswold with that eerie word, which I heard makes them very valuable, and I got both for $90. The small one has a number 5, and this big one has the number 6. Share your tips on how to care for vintage iron skillets. Now, while I was about the second day, I came across a few things I wanted to show you. I brought my brother-in-law with me, and he was looking at all the tools. I mean, there is everything here. And I came across this coffee grinder. It was $48. I really like the painted roses in the front. Do you remember that biscuit box with the French print on the front? Well, this one is very similar. It is inside of this glass dome, which I think is the wonderful way to decorate. This is such a unique thing to do. This one is $98. But here is that print that's exactly the same one as that biscuit tin box. And what was interesting as I turned this around to look at the back, and I discovered what this one is. It's Italian, which is interesting, but I think these are great finds. And down here, I found a teacup and saucer. I do not know why I missed it the day before, because look at those roses inside the teacup. And that contrasting color with that aqua blue, they go so well together. That is an amazing find. And then I came across another dome, but inside there's this frame of this little girl. So cute. I'm going to show you how much this costs. It is $36 just for the dome. And there was another print of, I think this is an Italian lady, I'm not sure. But anyway, I just thought that was pretty neat and wanted to show you that. The reason why I'm showing you this chair is because of the price. Wait until you see. It has a needlepoint cushion. When you look up close, you can see it's really hard to read, but it says $44. I'm not positive, but this one looks like from the 1940s, doesn't it? If you know, I'd love for you to share. Okay, so there is a room in the back called Grand Attic, and they put discounted things back here, but in a moment you'll see that not everything is cheap. But I did find a couple things here. I found this little set. It looks like you could use this for oil and vinegar, but I actually found the tag that has the price on it. I'm going to show you that. These are $7.95 for the pair. I think that's a really good low price. And then there was this desk here. I didn't think the price was that low, and noticed the other things were still pretty high priced in my opinion. I am taking you in the back of the store. I'm going to show you this amazing cabinet. I mean, look at that wood. I'm going to show you the wood up close. I am not really sure what the wood is, but it has a really nice graining to it. And then here is a coffee table. It has that finial in the middle, which I think is just really neat. And it's $250, which I think is good for an antique. And it has this really neat design on the top. But you guys, look at this buffet. Can we just swoon for a minute? Hello. Absolutely gorgeous. Love the handles. Love these drawers with that little handle there. And yes, it is dovetailed. Look at this. I don't know, these kind of cabinets are just eye-catching. There's the finials on top of each of the mirrors. But I have to show you this little cabinet. It is made out of oak. It is kind of dark over here, but this wood is just absolutely amazing with that green and the white marble on top. It is simple. It looks like it would last for a very long time. I love old pieces like this. I think those pieces are worth investing in for sure. Now, I have shown you guys trunks, but look at all of these I found. This one has the leather straps on top. You can see the wood. I don't know, this looks like from the early 1900s. It is a steamer chest for $129. But this one was just incredible. It has that big leather strap. It's $189. It says it has canvas covering, but I'm going to show you the inside. It actually looks pretty neat for being really old. And behind me are two trunks, and on top there was this little bundle of chains. I don't know why it was there. I probably could have moved them. Anyway, this one's $159 for the top one, and then this one was $139.50. So anyway, those were neat finds. But talk about the cutest little desk I've ever seen. It was like for a little student, but it says that it's a lady's desk, and there is room here for a pencil and the eraser, and it has such intricate details, and the tag says Rosewood Ladies Inlaid Davenport. I believe that's leather on top, and this door wouldn't close. I'm going to show you. Oh my gosh, guys, was that an amazing store or what? I only filmed half of that store. There is so much to see, and I'm telling you, if you're ever in the Seattle area, you need to come on by this store. I just love it. But anyway, that was so much fun taking you along with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.